coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. And this will be a touchback as that's sails over the end line.
What? 380! Here we go, let's bring it! Let's go! Let's bring it!
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Touch! 280! 12. Gun. Hatch it.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Hey,
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check girls, check 6-6. Pull it high. You got a young cheetah.
Now the man from nearby Columbus, Ohio, Benny Snell. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
At the 34-yard line.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hard. Bang, bang. Shit. Go.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
Wahoo! Hey, check back 34. Mike, 34. Stop your whining. 34 to Mike. 34. Go. Mike, 34. Bravo. Shoot. I got one. Five.
From the gun, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check 26, check 26. 19. Henry. Still got 4 down. 98 to Mike. Come for you.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Brings up second and 3. The Steelers' 49-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. Past the 20. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Takitaki. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
First down.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Go. X3. 218. Chopper.
From the gun, Lawrence. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Go.
And now the Browns are going to take it. Another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Lawrence. Complete, it's Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Down. 90 Wolf. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 7, Steelers nothing.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Step.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 13. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 16, Wilson, and that'll be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson forced out to his left. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little. Now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He gets it to Cooks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man. And that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Look at me. Go. 5.
Johnson's got it complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Here we go. 60 all. Crystal traffic.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Hey. Hey, Zoo.
97's the mic. 97's the mic. Man, that's trash. That's trash. 97's the mic. 97's the mic.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
On 3rd and 2, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
What? 98 for Mike. Cover. Go. Joker. What?
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A nice job there on the escape and scramble, a first down, a 16-yard gain. Now Wilson on first down. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the... And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. 2nd and 14. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. He's checking. Now.
From the gun, Lawrence. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. Johnson, the intended target.
The Browns take over 1st and
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Second and 5 at the 42-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Don't let him free. Hey, 0. Good touch.
To throw is Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, all right. Back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Come on, QB, come on.
Off play action. Lawrence. This is caught inside the 15. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. On first down, Lawrence. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And 7 at the 8-yard line.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
Watch the safety creep. Check 37. Check 37. Kill. Watch the eye. Hey, alert 3.
Hey!
Come on, I got him.
Hey! Wahoo!
Here's a 2nd and 7. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a third down.
97's the mic. 97's the mic. Hey. 97's the mic. 97's the mic.
Yeah! Be driven.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is taken at his 4. The Browns drive about to get started.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Wilson operating from the gun. He finds Taylor, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz.
It's a foot race. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, eluding the tackle. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Off the play fake, Lawrence. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Sheldon Richardson able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to go down again.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You better be 14. 12. He's crossing. Further.
Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for Taylor.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. So that one will be accepted. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Go!
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah.
First and 10 at the 47.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 6-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. On first and goal, Drake. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Drake. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
What? 315. 98 to Mike. I hope you got your rush because I'm about to turn it. Gun.
From the gun, Wilson. Got an open man. It's Ratley. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey guys, listen. Still got it. 4 down. 98 to Mike. Watch the flood.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this.
And got his man complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And oh, it's blocked. The Browns have it, but he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
So even when they get a touchdown in this game, which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them, they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game.
I know that when they get into film, this is going to be Exhibit A about how this game went for this team. Oh, we finally score. Can't even kick the extra point.
The Browns drive about to get started. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
and it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense.
Switch.
From the 31, Wilson. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Right back to Drake. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Touch 50.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. Tight dog.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Devin Bush able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
A 49-yard attempt.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flush to his right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Hey, team 6, 5.
To throw again, Lawrence. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
What? Why, 90?
98's the mic. They gonna need some therapy after this.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Wilson operating from the gun. And the pressure gets to him again. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Cleveland, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I'm in a brand new model. it'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems, only got real ones round them. Only got, it take a week to count it. Then I'm back up, name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up, 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter, when they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up, I had to get back up. I can't take no loss, you better call back up. Don't really need down to finish, I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big, better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it and did it again, but the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it, know you sad about it. Know you sad about it, know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop, wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel, I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason.